Big game this week. Big game this week between the Crown Point Bulldogs and the Ben Davis. What are they?
Giants.
What do you think of that name?
It's interesting. I looked at the jersey concept, and they're pretty much the same concept as Crown Point. If you
Really?
think about it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, Ben Davis is obviously a bigger school. They have a lot bigger players, and
Ben Davis,
and they've been in state 11 times. I believe they've won 9, so they're the more experienced team.
What was shocking to me was the fact that Crown Point has only been to one state final game. Alec, now is this in the 6A region, or when weren't they 5A before? Have they never been to state?
They've never been to state.
No.
And you got Ben Davis, 9-time champions. They're always deep into the playoffs every year. It seems from the research I've done, they have a great football program. So it's
Very phenomenal football.
As you would expect, though, you get down there, it's going to be a tough task. So.
Yes, it is.
We're going Hashmark Sports, Region Sports. You guys did a phenomenal job this year with that, going to all the games and sending people there, talking to some of the players. What are you guys expecting to see down there? I mean, we had a meeting today.
Yep.
We talked about it. Offshore books right now. They called us because of Region Sports. You guys have been out there. Where are we seeing the opening line in this game, and why? We'll start with Alec, and then first, should we just give the lines and then we'll give our take on the game?
Yeah.
So we open the line at what? What's the line opener?
It's at over 55.5.
Okay,
well, 55
the total's at 55.5 right now.
I'm taking over on that.
Okay, you're going over. Why?
I think that Ben Davis, they have a high scoring offense. Both teams have really put up a lot of points. I definitely think it's going to go above 50 for sure. Just to be safe, that's why I'm taking the over. So
I'm also going to take the over. Both teams know how to score with the football. I mean, they're both two very talented offenses. I think both game plans are going to be very exciting to watch. It's just who's going to execute down the stretch, who's going to make the critical calls.
We talked to Crown Point quarterback earlier this season. He seemed optimistic but excited. Crown Point, Alec, what were their expectations this year? And do you think their first time in a game like this is going to really show out? Or what advantage do they have also as their first time?
You know what? I think the advantage they have is their coaching staff has been unbelievable this year. I think that, Craig Buzea coming over from Homewood Flossmoor.
Alumni.
Yep. Coming over from Homewood Flossmoor, he's really turned this program around.
Yep.
They're clicking on all cylinders. You said, we've been there multiple times this year. You could see the energy that those kids play with.
Yes.
I mean, they're a well-coached football team, and coaching gets you far. And I think that's why they're in the place they're supposed to be in the state championship. And I'm excited to see how they show out. I don't think even though they're a first time being there, they're going to show nerves. I think they're playing with confidence, and they're going to be ready to go. And Coach Buzea will make sure that they're ready to go.
Yeah, there's a reason why Noah Ehrlich chose to play for Coach Buzea. He knows what it takes.
Where was he before that? Did he go anywhere or no?
Hobart.
Okay, he was at
Hobart. Yeah, he was a Hobart quarterback.
Got it.
He went to Crown Point to get an opportunity to play in big games like this. He felt like going to Crown Point was going to be the biggest step for his high school football career. And it shows. Year one, he's already going to the state championship.
Yep.
How can he perform in state against a team like Ben Davis, who has the experience?
Yep.
But talking to Noah Ehrlich, talking to all these Crown Point players, they don't seem fazed by pressure.
No.
They seem like they're ready to perform when it matters. And a lot of people picked them to lose again last week against Westfield.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought Westfield was more experienced. Crown Point played all these teams in the DAC, which is a weaker conference up in Northwest Indiana.
Good point.
But you never know how it's going to turn out for all these players, coaches. It's going to be a very exciting game. I think it's going to be a very close match to watch.
Let's talk about the opponent. So the total. Sorry. So you like the over as well at 55.5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, just because for the show reasons, I'm going to take the under just because you guys went with the over. I think, I'm just going to go off of the theory, and I hope I'm wrong being here in Crown Point. But I'm going to go with the theory. Ben Davis, been there, done that. We saw the opening line at minus 13.5 right now. Could see steam going all the way up to 17. I've already booked 13.5. I like Ben Davis, minus 13.5 to win and cover this game. Alec, what do you think?
Yeah, it's like I said, they've been there, done that type thing. Obviously, in the Indy area, I know from experience by just seeing every year covering high school football that those teams are a different breed down there. It seems it's going to be tough, but going into the Crown Point Westfield game, I thought that maybe Westfield would kind of
Yeah.
make Crown Point be a
Mhm.
a little out of
They
sync.
go to
But
overtime. What happened in that game?
yeah,
It went
so
to double overtime.
Crown Point wins. Last play of the game, roll out right side, throw it up for grabs, tipped away. Great game. Atmosphere was amazing. But Crown Point, we've just kind of been waiting for them all year to show us like a flaw, and really they've proved us wrong.
What are they doing? Are they throwing or running?
They
Running the ball, right?
They're very run heavy offense.
yeah, but they work play action off that. I mean,
Screen game.
yeah, they work in
Yep.
the screen game.
So do they wear these teams down?
It's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Late?
Up front, they set the tone early, and not really pass heavy, but like in high school football around our area, who is Ben Davis, on the other hand, is a pass heavy football team.
Oh, no.
So I'm interested to see how the secondary for Crown Point is when they really haven't been attacked that much like that. in
Yeah,
the passing
exactly.
game.
Yep.
And also, my other question is, if Crown Point gets down early, how do they approach? You can't sit there and hand the ball off over and over when you're down 14 or whatever. If that was the case,
Mhm.
how do they handle having to do a heavy passing attack, on offense?
But
Go ahead.
this is one thing that
I think
is a concerning
we
factor
might- real
for.
quick,
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
the key for Crown Point
Mhm.
that I think is their biggest flaw
Mhm.
is when they're in scoring position, they're getting ready to take advantage of getting more points on the scoreboard.
Mhm.
You can't take gambles and go for it on fourth down at will, just thinking all nilly-dilly, because momentums, we can see in sports, momentums change very quickly. It doesn't matter what sport you're in.
Mhm.
If you don't take advantage of the moment, you don't take advantage of getting the points you need to get on an opponent like a high-level state team,
Mhm.
the odds are not going to look well for you.
Right.
And
I'm listening.
that's one thing Crown Point needs to execute in order to have a chance to win this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. I'll tell you that. And the amount of talent. Ben Davis, 12-1 this year. Who was their loss to?
They lost to IMG Academy, which is a Florida team. They're playing teams out of state.
Gosh, they're playing teams out of state. Hold on, that happens every time we open up Max Preps. Okay, so they are playing teams out of state, so they're a traveling football team as well.
You know what? I think it's that type of thing where they just schedule early in the season teams like that, big schools that are willing to travel, and that's how you know they got a good program.
We got video up right now, just watching some highlights here. Again, courtesy. I mean, it doesn't really have to give him courtesy here, but we do want to give him a shout out, Max Preps. I think Ben Davis is in the black. I could be wrong here, but this is a game this is last week's game where they won. This is a 60-yard touchdown pass here by Zane Skabinski. This guy.
This is a receiver.
Is this so Ben Davis? Oh, okay.
They look good.
I mean, he's surprising that guy looks fast. So Ben Davis is the blue and white team. So we do
Purple and white.
Here's Thomas Gakowski and Zane Skabinski.
Some interesting names.
Yeah, it's gonna be a frick. What
little trick play there.
I don't know. I mean, so this is just a really well-oiled machine. It's a code. This is a system team. They've been doing this for a really long time. I would assume in Pee Wee football.
Even their quarterback's got legs here on this keeper.
Oh wow.
It ain't.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, he's big too. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game.
Yep.
It's college quarterback. A heavy recruit as well. But I listen. Anything can happen. They're playing inside Indianapolis.
That's real in their hometown,
and they're it's a home game.
They're used to being there.
Yep. And look at this passing attack. I mean,
camera guy, come on.
Yeah, that was terrible. That's not our footage. So there we go. That's why we do get footage, because we get better footage than the actual media companies out there.
Yes.
Thomas
Gakowski.
Okay, 44 yards to Mark Zachary. Oh, it's a pick here. Oh, no, it said cornerback, but he obviously plays wide receiver too. Just lofting it out there, saying, go get it. Oh, my. What great coverage. He got beat, but great cover. I mean, how the hell do you –
That's a step. That's an NFL throw.
It is.
I'm going to match this with the tape here because this is good. Top 3 offense here. Okay, quarterback, and here's Nate Williams. I'm going to pause this real quick if I can, so we can read some of these.
These are the stats off this game.
Okay. Got it. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I thought it was for the season. So player of the game, of course, I would imagine is the quarterback. Yeah. Okay, Thomas Gakowski.
Twitter account.
Okay, we got it. We'll be talking to him. Hey, we want your film and footage. I mean, that's my worry, really, for Crown Point is if they become one-dimensional, how creative is the playbook with Bazea? I mean, do they have a passing and attack that nobody has seen this year? And that might be – or do they come out throwing the ball instead of running it?
Very limited.
It's very limited. To win –
What are you gonna say?
To win a football game at any level, you have to be very well balanced. The game is won in the trenches.
What about the tight ends for Crown Point?
Trevor Gibbs.
Trevor Gibbs is a sophomore tight end.
They seem just as disciplined, though. As
They do.
Davis.
Yes, they are.
They're a good football team.
They're a very good football team. No.
They're not an Indy.
No.
I don't think so.
Well-balanced football teams win games in the trenches and a very good passing attack.
So you got Ben Davis winning this in a
I do.
close battle.
Yes, I think it's going to be a closer battle because they're both really talented schools. But as far as Ben Davis, Crown Point winner, Ben Davis, I think, is going to come out with it. They're they have a very well coached offense, and they know how to throw the football in every aspect.
Look, I'll tell you what. You don't even have to tell me they played a Florida team and lost at 12-1. That quarterback in high school,
he can sling the football.
If you have a quarterback that can throw the ball like that, this guy, it's going to be tough to win.
It's going to come down to the QB battle.
It can come aerial attack. Crown Point, here's how they win this game. Defense. And
Defense,
blitzes, real odd zones that they haven't seen, and shit like that.
I'm telling you, I'm excited to see it on the sideline.
Alec, talk about that. What are you doing there? We didn't go to media day, but we plan on being there. You'll be in a blazer.
Yep.
What's going on?
Yeah, so we're going to be on the sideline there. We got 2 state credentials for the game. We're going to go up to the press box, check that out a little bit since I'm a big Colts fan. It'll be nice to go up there, and then even being on the field as a the Colts fan, it's a dream come true. But obviously, we're there for work. I'm excited to cover this game. It's a great matchup, and I think it's going to be a great atmosphere.
But it's fun for us Colts fans to
be
a part of be on the
field. We're going to be in heaven.
Are you kicking field goals out there or no?
What's
the farthest field goal you think you could kick?
I think I can kick a 40-yarder.
I could probably kick a 30.
30? Yeah, I would. I what's is 33 yards though, or 31? 32? 30? What's the field goal in the NFL right now? 30 something, right? Didn't they move it back
for the
NFL? What is it? 30 yards, 32 yards for a field goal?
PAT, something like that.
Yeah, PAT. I'm sorry, guys.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like. Whoa, I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never